Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So guys, today I have Emily joining me. Hey, Emily.
Hi.
Hey guys, I'm really excited. She is our first coach from Canada other than myself. So I'm really excited to have her on the team, as well as she's got 4 years of coaching experience, guys. So absolutely amazing. And I'm so happy to have her on the team. And of course, all of our new coaches always have a 50% off sale. Not for long though, so definitely check out the link in the description if you do feel like you resonate and want to work with her. So yeah, amazing. And guys, just before we dive into it, we are answering a subscriber's question about the difference of living in the end or being in the state of the wish fulfilled. So really exciting video on that, as you can see from the title. We do have a free course, How to Find Your Blocks to Manifest Anything Fast. This course I created. We're giving it away for free. It's going to help you to build your mental diet, okay? Now, guys, when we say blocks, it's not something big and huge. Don't go looking for your blocks, but a block is as simple as, you know, thinking, okay, I want to be in a relationship. Oh, with Jerry, here's Jerry, okay? And and then thinking, oh, I don't think Jerry wants to be with me. That thought's a block. But then you change it to, no, Jerry does want to be with me. You're now unblocked, you know? So it's as simple as that. It's not a huge thing. So this course is going to help you build your mental diet. It's going to give you a list of intentions, you know, that you create that are perfect for you, that you can read 2-3 times a day to start getting into your thought pattern. And once you do that, you know what, you'll be golden, right? It's always switching to the new intentions. So yeah, let's dive into this. Oh, this is my world's best boss statue. We did get it from Hollywood. Shout out to Ani. Thank you. Now became a prop. So let's dive into this question. So this was emailed in. Of course, you guys know you can always email or post your questions and we will answer them. So I love watching CYF YouTube videos from all the coaches. Thanks for your great content. Thank you. But one confusion stuck in my mind about living in the end and being in the state of wish fulfilled. So one video says, if it says your thoughts create your state, which means if we are reading, listening to our self-concept and SP intentions, that would be enough to create the state of the wish fulfilled. On the other hand, if we watch another one of your videos, the coach says, ask yourself, who am I being? And ask, what would you be thinking, feeling, and doing in your mind only, experiencing if you already had your desire, basically living as if only in your mind you already have the desire. The confusion is which method is correct. Just reading intentions whenever we get reminded about the desire, or creating a whole experience in your mind, acting as if. I hope you understand the question. We do. Emily.
I do. I love the question. I love it because she answered her own question in the question, because I think the description of the two things are really the same thing in different words. And I think that's where the beauty of this work comes in, is because especially in a company like Create Your Future, we have so many incredible coaches who coach on the same thing in different words. So it's going to resonate with different people in different ways. And I think that's really why we continue to show up for the work every single day, because something's going to click in a different way every day. And living in the end is being really, really secure in knowing what your desire is. Because once we get to knowing, for example, that relationship or that career or that YouTube channel with 1 million subscribers or whatever it may be for you, you can start to envision what that looks like for you as the end result. Anything from here to there is just a lot of toing and froing with what puts you back in alignment with that end result, which is where I love to say being Delulu, because it's almost about bringing that end result into right now. You already are the 1 million subscriber YouTuber girly. You already are her. You got to be Delulu. You are her. So you get up in the morning as her, you go to bed as her. So everything you do in the meanwhile to that thing is, how can I morph myself into that person? And that's where I think some of the instructions that different coaches give can confuse people, because not everything is going to resonate with every single individual the same way it may resonate with me or you. We're all very different. So I think it's about what gets you into that state the easiest. For a lot of people, that can be repeating intentions, listening to intentions. Some people, it's sitting in silence, just silence, and seeing it in their mind. I love to hike and visualize it. I'm a walking manifester, but it's so different, I think, for everybody. And writing out your old story is so key. I think that getting to the bottom of where your resistance is so key, so that we can understand, oh, this is what I'm telling myself on a daily basis. This is why I'm running into this thing. And bringing the end result into the now moment means, okay, these aren't aligning. I can't bring this old self into this new moment. And so I love how this person took so much time to understand two different coaching perspectives, because they're absolutely saying the same thing in two different communication styles and two different techniques, in a sense, because all it is, every time you listen to an intention, every time you set an intention, every time you say an affirmation, every time you do a visualization, every time you do a SATS, every time you're sitting there imagining yourself in Barbados or whatever it is you're doing the exact same thing. You are putting yourself in that state as if it's the current moment, because everything we've created the past, we're creating the future, we're creating the now. It's all happening right now. Right now, as you're watching this video, right now, as you're sat on your floor, right now, as you're eating your breakfast, whatever it is, right? And I think a really great example of that is, Amanda and I were speaking earlier about the headache. You created the headache, but you also created the Tylenol. And you also create an opportunity for you to solve a headache without the Tylenol. You have so many creations in this current moment right now that you can use as evidence for you to move forward with your end result and with this version of yourself. And I love how you introduce the topic of getting yourself into alignment, because as you go towards this end result you have, we'll use the example of 1 million subscribers. Yeah, you're going to run into yourself. You're going to run into what we call as blocks, but they're going to happen naturally. You don't have to, go seeking where the block is, because if you run into a resistance, it could feel like I'm not good enough, or I'm freaking out when I see a video of myself, or this person didn't message me, or this person didn't hire me. Well, that's amazing, because now we can really see the story. Or maybe you're trying to set an intention, but you're like, but I don't believe it. Well, cool, that's amazing, because now we can amend that story about yourself. Why are you telling yourself that you're incapable? Or why are you telling yourself that you're broke? Or why are you telling yourself that you're not good enough? Why are you lying? Because it's about continuously reminding yourself of who you are, continuously reminding yourself of what it is that we're actually doing here, where you are going, and using all of these amazing techniques that Neville Goddard puts out into the world, and that we're just reiterating in our own amazing articulate ways, which hopefully with every single day you show up to put yourself in these states, we're going to resonate with you even deeper. And it's just a matter of doing the work and showing up for the work on a daily basis, and then sooner or later becomes who you are.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Really well said. I mean, and me, I've done videos on basically the mixture of the two techniques. And that's actually, and you guys always ask me to share how I've manifested my relationship with Andrew. And that was exactly it. It was a mixture of the two. I did my self-concept and intentions about him liking me. And then I even added on to it. I'm like, what are we going to do every night together? We're going to have dinner. We're going to watch TV. We're going to go out to the horse races. We're going to go out to dinner. We're going to go out and do fun things. We're going to go condo shopping. And I basically married both of them. I mean, in this, you can never do anything wrong as long as you're focusing on what you want and you're not telling yourself anything negative, right? No negative, no putting yourself down. If you have a thought and you think, oh, I don't like that, then that's the wrong thought. Don't have it. Change it to something that makes you feel good. As long as you're focusing on what you want, no matter what technique you're using, you're doing it right. Even if you want, fine, let's just say, even if you're focusing on what you don't want, you're still doing it right. As long as you're thinking about something, you're doing it.
You're creating at every point. Exactly. And I think this is where it comes into really allowing yourself to be self-aware. And if you're feeling confused, feel confused, because what we don't want to do is we don't want to be in denial. If you're feeling the lack, if you're feeling the doubt, recognize it, feel it, and then we amend it and say, actually, I don't need to. Why am I telling myself this? Why am I pretending I'm this way? Why am I investing in that story? Why am I investing in telling myself that I can't do it, or I'm not good enough, or I'll never get to that level, or this person will never be there? Why are we investing in that story? It's okay to feel the doubt, and it's okay to witness it, but we don't invest in it. The investment's the big part, right? This is why it's so important to follow the steps that we are outlining in this process and listen to it every day, because that's what keeps you overriding those old stories of the doubt, of the self confusion, and there's so many things I could do and what am I doing, and then it's like totally okay to be there, but we're not going to stay there. We're not going to invest in that. We're going to streamline it and there's a simple solution. Is that I just want to be in Barbados, for example. Okay, let's just focus on being in Barbados, and whatever comes up in the middle of that, are we going to invest in it or are we not? Because you have a choice every single time it comes up, right? Like you just said, you can keep creating it if you want to, but at the end of the day, that's your choice.
Exactly. And, and I think in just looking at it going, that is a choice and not a failure, because, there's really no such thing as success and failure, because everything is empty and meaningless. But, one key phrase right now, everybody say this, right? And I want you to comment, I claim it, is say, I am successful. And then go a step further and say, I am successful at manifesting a relationship. I am successful at manifesting the job I want. Yes. I am successful in manifesting the SP that I want. In fact, say this, I'm successful at everything I do. I'm always successful. And, it's that statement's a miracle. It'll turn anything around, especially if your story has been failure. So
exactly. And it's about streamlining that energy. You can be a success at failure too, if you want to be.
Right? This is it, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. I love it. Thank you so much, Emily, for being on the team and sharing that. Amazing. I'm really excited to send somebody emailed us this question. So we're actually going to email them back the link. So they do get the link to this particular video for them. So I really thank them for sending in the question. I'm sure a lot of people have it. I kind of feel like, and I love your guys' questions, because I feel like I've been doing this for so long that I lose touch of what everybody's asking questions about. And, and one thing that I pride myself very, very much on this team is, even though it may seem like the coaches are talking about different things, they're actually talking about the same thing, just in their own lingo. And, in some ways it resonates with others. I find myself more versatile. I can talk in LOA lingo, law of assumption, law of attraction. I can talk in a lot of different lingo and still, get my point across. But I think that's the main thing, is it's all just lingo. At the end of the day, it's about, are you focusing on what you want, or are you focusing on what you don't want? And that's really the question to answer. And if you're focusing on what you want, there's no way you can do this wrong. Right?
1,000%. What are you invested in?
Exactly. I love it. Thank you so much for being here today, Emily.
Thank you.
And guys, thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. And our stand-in Jerry says, we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Bye.